Hello everyone, I'm Tatsuro Banno. Today we are pleased to present our paper titled 360 SteGML Realistic and Interactive Urban Visualization System Integrating SteGML Model and 360 Videos. This work has been published in IEEE Transactions on Visualization and Computer Graphics, and it's a great honor to present this work at IEEE VR. First, let me introduce the background of our work. Today, SteGML, an open format of urban 3D models, is widely used around the world. This model integrates 3D geometry of urban scenes with geographic data such as flat risk information. This capability makes SteGML a crucial tool for comprehensive analysis of urban scenes. However, it has a limitation. It typically lacks textures and uses simple geometries, often referred to as Level of Detail 1 or LOD1. Because of this, it is not suitable for realistic visualization, making it harder for users to intuitively understand the data. Some prior work has focused on enhancing the realism of urban 3D models. The most common approach is static texture mapping, where textures are simply applied to the surface of the models. Other studies have explored projective texture mapping using Google Street View images. However, even with these efforts, discrepancies between textures and geometry remain obvious, limiting the realism of the visualization. To address this limitation, we propose a new visualization system for SteGML model called 360 SteGML. The key idea is to use 360-degree videos of real urban environments, which can be easily captured by walking through the streets. A 360-degree video captures all directions simultaneously from a single camera, providing a highly realistic and immersive experience. By integrating this video with the SteGML model, we create a virtual environment where users can freely walk around using an avatar. Within this environment, we can visualize geographic data in 3D, allowing users to intuitively understand the data from a pedestrian perspective. Next, I will explain the pipeline of our system. The inputs to our system are 360-degree video and the SteGML model. Specifically, SteGML contains urban 3D models along with associated geographic data. From these inputs, we first perform alignment between the 360-degree video and the SteGML model. As a result, the position of each video frame is precisely estimated within the model. Next, based on this alignment, we dynamically project the video frames onto the SteGML model as textures, which faithfully reproduce the appearance of the real world. Finally, by visualizing the geographic data in 3D within this virtual environment, we achieve realistic urban visualization. From here, I will explain each part of this pipeline in detail. First, I will explain Step 1, alignment of video frames and the SteGML model. Since a 360-degree video may consist of a large number of frames, performing alignment for each frame is computationally impractical. To address this, we propose a strategy called street-level alignment. Specifically, we first use visual SLAM on the video frames to estimate the camera trajectory in the local coordinates. Then, instead of aligning each frame separately, we align the entire trajectory with the SteGML model. By doing so, the number of parameters to be optimized is greatly reduced. Only the start position of the camera Vs, the end position Ve, and the rotation angle around the gravity axis lambda. By optimizing these parameters for each trajectory, we perform the alignment between the SteGML model and the 360-degree video frames. Next, I will explain the optimization strategy for alignment. As mentioned earlier, our alignment uses three parameters for optimization: VS, VE, and lambda. To optimize these parameters, we use a building region discrepancy as the objective function. Specifically, we first apply a semantic segmentation model to each video frame to extract the building regions. Then, given the camera trajectory defined by the current parameters, we project the STGML building models onto a 360-degree view from the camera pose of each frame. We then compare the building regions from the model projection with those from the video frames and sum the number of discrepant pixels. By minimizing this objective function, we achieve precise alignment between the video frames and the STGML model. Then, using the camera position obtained from the previous step, we perform step 2, dynamic texture projection of the 360-degree video frames. The figure on the right shows the spatial relationship between the avatar and the STGML model. Based on the avatar's location, the system selects the most suitable 360-degree video frame and its spherical orientation, and directly projects the frame as a texture onto the STGML model. Since the camera viewpoint and the projection center are aligned, the video frame is accurately reproduced from the camera view. Then, as the user moves the avatar, the system dynamically adjusts the viewpoint and view orientation according to the avatar's motion. This approach enables the user's perspective to move naturally with the avatar, providing a realistic sense of exploration within the virtual environment. Building on the two steps we just discussed, our system supports various types of geographic visualization in a photorealistic environment. To demonstrate its practical potential, we now present two example applications: flat risk visualization and daylight visualization. First, I will explain our flat risk visualization. This visualization shows predicted river flood levels using water body geometries overlaid onto the urban 3D models textured with 360-degree video frames. Additionally, users can click on individual buildings to view the estimated flood depth for each building and switch between scenarios for different rivers to compare the water levels. This makes it easy for users to quickly understand how flood events could impact their city. Next, I will explain our daylight visualization. In this tool, users can interactively select the time of day to observe and compare shadow patterns at different hours. By allowing users to view these patterns from a pedestrian perspective, the system provides an intuitive understanding of how sunlight affects daily life and the surroundings. Finally, to evaluate our system, we conduct a user study on flood risk visualization. We recruited 27 participants and compared three conditions: non-texture, static texture, and our dynamic 360-degree video projection hours. To assess participants' experience, we measured their sense of presence in the environment using the IPQ, a widely used questionnaire for this purpose. The results showed that hours tend to yield higher presence scores, indicating that participants felt more immersed in the environment. During debriefing, participants also indicate that it helps them develop a more intuitive understanding of the data. For example, one participant said it was easier to feel the flood risk in our condition compared to the others. This response indicates that our system is an effective way to foster an intuitive understanding of the geographic data. Let me briefly summarize our work. We introduced 360 STGML, novel urban visualization system that integrates STGML model with 360 videos. By aligning the videos with 3D models and applying dynamic texture projection, The system enables realistic visualization of geographic data. Our user study shows that this 360 video approach enhances users' sense of presence and supports a more intuitive understanding of geographic data. Thank you for listening.